Remembering Diane Keaton, her final days in Hollywood's emotional goodbye. There are some stars who don't just shine, they redefine what it means to live life fully. And Diane Keaton was one of them. A woman who laughed louder than anyone, dressed bolder than everyone, and lived life exactly the way she wanted. Today, the world mourns a legend. An icon who left behind not just movies, but memories, style, courage, and heart. Just a few months ago, Diane shared her last Instagram post, smiling, walking her beloved golden retriever, Reggie, near her Brentwood home. Nobody knew that would be her final hello to the world. Soon after, neighbors noticed. Her daily walks stopped. And then one quiet Saturday morning, paramedics were called. Diane Keaton was gone. Her cause of death has been kept private. But what remains public is the love, respect, and tears of everyone she touched. Her 25-year-old son, Duke, was seen outside her home, wearing 2 small crosses, a silent tribute to his mother's faith and her signature look. Diane loved life. She loved acting, but most of all, she loved being a mom. She once said, "The greatest thing I've ever done is adopting my 2 children." Close friends describe her as magical. Songwriter Carole Bayer Sager, who worked with her just 10 months ago, said she had no idea Diane was sick. She recalled their last meeting, bringing her cookies. Diane smiled, laughed, and ate like she hadn't in days. A moment of warmth, now frozen in time. As news of her passing spread, tributes poured in from every corner of Hollywood. Her father of the bride co-stars, Steve Martin and Martin Short, honored her live on stage, recalling the laughter, the energy, the magic of working with Diane. Bette Midler, Goldie Hawn, Al Pacino, all heartbroken. Al Pacino wrote, "Her passing has taken me totally by surprise. They once dated, and Diane herself once said, they didn't want Al in The Godfather. But we worked together and he got the job. Imagine that. The Godfather might not have been the same without Diane Keaton." Woody Allen called her the only person whose opinion he ever cared about. Meryl Streep called her America's treasure. And Reese Witherspoon, fighting back tears, remembered how Diane gave her very first acting job when she was just 15. Diane saw talent in others before they saw it in themselves. In her own words, she once said, "People are abandoned when they get old. I don't want that. I want to stay healthy, keep working, and keep laughing." Diane Keaton was fearless. She never hid her age. She never followed fashion. She created it. Those hats, those suits, that confident smile, all became her trademark. Even Justin Bieber featured her in his Ghost music video because her presence was timeless. Born in 1946, Diane's journey began on Broadway, before she became Hollywood royalty. From Annie Hall to The Godfather to Something's Gotta Give, every role she played carried her signature honesty and humor. She once said, "Acting means throwing yourself into situations that would never happen in your real life." And that's exactly what she did, fearlessly. Behind the laughter and fame, there was a deep thinker, a writer, a dreamer, a believer. She published books, designed homes, even flipped houses, but she never married. When asked why, she simply smiled and said, "It just didn't happen. I was too busy dreaming." As she grew older, Diane didn't fade. She evolved. At 50, she adopted her kids. At 70, she was still making films. At 78, she was still working out in spin class, wearing her signature hat. That's Diane Keaton, unapologetic, independent, radiant. And now, as Hollywood says goodbye, her words echo louder than ever. Life isn't over until it's over. Diane Keaton taught us that laughter is power. Aging is art, and authenticity is the only real beauty. So today, Fame Flash remembers not just an actress, but a spirit. A woman who inspired generations to live boldly, love deeply, and laugh often. Diane Keaton, you were, and always will be, a true original. If you love Diane Keaton's legacy as much as we did, drop a in the comments and tell us your favorite movie moment of hers. Subscribe to Fame Flash for more emotional stories and real moments from the world of Hollywood. Because behind every headline, there's a heart